something unusual is happening in the AI video space. There hasn't been a massive launch, no dramatic keynote, no polished announcement campaign. And yet, Seedance 2.0 keeps appearing in conversations everywhere. On X, in Reddit threads, across creator discussions. Not loudly, but persistently. Which raises a very interesting question. Why are creators paying attention to a model that hasn't fully arrived yet? Because normally, hype follows releases. Here, hype is forming before clarity. And that's exactly what makes this interesting. To understand the excitement, you have to look at patterns rather than promises. Seedance 2.0 isn't being discussed like a typical software update. It's being discussed like a shift in capability. Creators aren't saying, "This looks better." They're asking things like, how is the motion so stable? Why do characters remain consistent? How are audio and visuals aligning so naturally? Those are not cosmetic questions. Those are workflow questions. One of the strongest signals revolves around how Seedance 2.0 might interpret inputs. Traditional AI video generation is mostly linear. You write a prompt. The system generates a clip. You adjust, regenerate, repeat. But early conversations suggest Seedance 2.0 may treat creative assets very differently. Instead of thinking in prompts alone, creators are describing combinations. Images mixed with video references, audio layered with visual guidance, text acting more like direction than instruction. If this interpretation is accurate, it means creators are no longer just requesting outputs. They are composing intent. That's a subtle but powerful distinction. Another reason Seedance 2.0 is attracting attention is how people describe iteration. In most AI video tools, editing is expensive. Even small changes often require full regeneration, which introduces unpredictability. You lose details, motion shifts, character identity drifts. But the Seedance 2.0 discussions repeatedly mention prompt-based modification, extending scenes, swapping elements, adjusting structure without resetting everything. For creators, this is enormous, because iteration speed is often more important than raw generation quality. The faster you refine, the faster ideas evolve. Motion quality is another recurring theme. When you scan public clips being associated with Seedance 2.0, the conversation rarely focuses on style. It focuses on physics, weight, timing, flow. Does movement feel intentional? Does momentum behave realistically? Motion is one of the hardest problems in AI video. Human eyes detect unnatural movement instantly. So when creators start debating motion fidelity rather than visual sharpness, it usually means something meaningful is happening under the hood. Then there's consistency, arguably the most important factor in AI storytelling. Earlier generation systems often struggle with identity stability. Faces subtly morph, textures shift, small details disappear between frames. But many Seedance 2.0 reactions highlight character persistence. Outfits holding shape, facial features remaining locked, visual continuity across shots. This matters because storytelling depends on trust. If creators cannot rely on visual stability, complex narratives become difficult to construct. Consistency is what transforms clips into sequences. What's also fascinating is how Seedance 2.0 is being framed in relation to workflow platforms like Higgsfield.ai. Instead of being treated as a standalone novelty, it's being discussed as part of a larger creative pipeline. Idea development, asset integration, generation, refinement. This suggests a broader industry shift. AI models are becoming less like isolated tools and more like engines inside creative systems, which is exactly where Higgsfield.ai enters the conversation. Higgsfield's positioning has consistently emphasized creator experience rather than model mechanics. The platform focuses on reducing friction between concept and output, and Seedance 2.0 appears to align with that philosophy. Not just generating video, but potentially reshaping how creators interact with AI video altogether. Less trial and error, more direction and control. Now, an important reality check. None of the Seedance 2.0 specifications we're discussing are officially confirmed. Everything comes from publicly visible previews, community analysis, and early signals. Features may evolve, capabilities may shift, but early creator conversations often reveal where technology is heading long before documentation does. Because creators push systems in ways marketing never anticipates. So why is everyone suddenly talking about Seedance 2.0? Not because of one feature, not because of one viral clip, but because multiple signals are pointing in the same direction. Better motion logic, stronger consistency, more flexible iteration, potentially smarter multimodal, more flexible iteration, potentially smarter multimodal understanding. Each of these alone is interesting. Together, they hint at something much bigger. Seedance 2.0 is still in its coming soon phase. But the pattern of discussion already tells us something important. Creators are preparing for it, watching it, speculating about how it might change their workflows. And in AI video, that's usually the earliest indicator of impact. Whether Seedance 2.0 becomes incremental or transformative remains to be seen. But one thing is already clear. It has captured creator curiosity. And that, more than anything else, is what drives technological shifts forward.